Hey guys, it's Leo Stargazer. I'm here today with a self-guided reading for protection during the lunar eclipse in Taurus. This lunar eclipse is promising to be very intense. It's promising to be transformative. As far as I can tell, it also caps off one era and moves us into a new one. We are moving from all of the lessons we learned in Virgo and Libra season. We are transitioning officially out of eclipse season as well. We've just entered Scorpio season, which was the beginning of the signal that this transformation is happening now. And then once this eclipse is over, we are going to be in an era where focus and directionality come back into play, lessons learned, lessons utilized. Those themes will become key starting pretty much today. As soon as this eclipse ends, over the next few days, that transition will be complete. Whatever transformative stuff you've been going through or these eclipses have been causing for you will definitely make a lot more sense. So I wanted to do this pick a card reading today, this self-guided reading today, so that you can tap into your intuition and get the guidance you need to keep yourself protected and grounded today. We are not working with this eclipse. We are not trying to tap into the energy of it at all. We are simply trying to guide ourselves to a place of balance and peace and protected understanding, protected self-understanding, certainly, so that we can stay rooted and clean and clear during this time. And so that by the time this is over, we can be open and ready for the next cycle to begin. So look at these two crystals, decide which one you're being called to, and I will do a reading for each of them. Okay, for those of you who chose Sunstone, welcome to your reading. Your intuition is guiding you to the luminous elements. Your intuition is guiding you to the idea that what is necessary for you to stay safe and balanced today is the sun, is light, and is vibrancy. You're being guided towards the sun. So let's hope that this reading will help you understand how to tap into that and what you need to get. I'll be using the Lenormand to draw an oracle pair that will serve as the basis for the reading. And then I'll be using the Thoth deck as our tarot deck in order to get a more complete picture of what you need to stay safe and grounded during this lunar eclipse. So let's get started. As I shuffle the Lenormand deck, let's look at the Sunstone. Let's center ourselves, do some deep breathing, a couple of deep breaths. Think about vibrancy. Think about where you could shine a light today. What part of you needs that? And then let's check out our pair. The first card I draw is the Book. The next card in the pair is the Scythe. Okay, wow. Well, with the Book and the Scythe, what I'm seeing as the basis for this spread is this idea of uncovered knowledge, certainly. Some kind of, maybe some secrets revealed kind of vibes here. The light may be shining or may need to be shined on. Some kind of hidden truth. I think with the Scythe, certainly that may happen rapidly. So today, maybe on the day of this eclipse, there may be this idea of revealed truth happening quickly, some kind of quick revelation perhaps that you have that you're like, oh wait, I understand that. And then maybe it'll come and go. Maybe that truth, because it's an eclipse, we don't want to latch on to everything we hear from our intuition. There is a chance that what we do here, especially if it comes too rapidly, or is kind of fleeting, that's not something we want to really lock into. So with that said, though, there's also the chance that this revelation could be crucial for you. I think if you're drawn to the sun, maybe you need to hear something. Maybe the light needs to be placed onto some kind of deep part of you. And maybe that'll have something to do with the eclipse, and that's okay. It could be real. It could be reliable information, but I wouldn't take any action on that. Before I get too far, though, let's look at the tarot spread and see what the tarot cards have to say. Okay, as I shuffle the Thoth deck, let's, again, take a deep breath. We now have the basis, the book, and the scythe. Let's think about if there's any secrets we're keeping. Think about that. Think about vibrancy, though, again. And not to make things too complicated, just think about you and take a deep breath. Okay. The first card I draw is the Two of Chalices. Okay. I maybe understand what the secret is, but let's keep going. What's the second card? The Three of Swords. The final card, let's get the complete picture, and then we will go over it. The Chariot. Okay, well, what I'm seeing is that there may be some kind of intense revelations, or maybe that secret revealed, or the hidden truth that needs to have the spotlight on it is around relationships, one-on-one relationships in particular. Partnerships doesn't have to be romantic. It could literally be a client or some kind of one-on-one situation. The Two of Chalices shows me that there definitely is a deep connection that you're dealing with another person. You know, I said platonic, but the more I'm really looking at it, it feels like it maybe is a little bit more passionate. There could still be a platonically passionate relationship, and I think you know which relationship I mean. Either way, the Two of Chalices hints that there is a sense that the partnership is a focus right now. Because your intuition guided you to Sunstone, and because we got the book and the scythe, and there was this idea of hidden truths, I think that maybe the eclipses are having some effect on some kind of partnership. Like I said when we first got the oracle pair, I wouldn't rely too heavily or lock into the information that you receive. And I'm glad that we thought that, because the Three of Swords showed up next, showing that there could be some kind of deeper, more intense, a little bit challenging, definitely emotionally challenging situation. And I'm thinking it has to do with that partnership, but that maybe that's a misperception. Especially, like I said, if that information comes really quickly to you today, in particular on the day of the eclipse, don't trust it. Let it sit. Trust your intuition, of course. That's definitely not what I'm saying. In fact, the Two of Chalices shows me that you should definitely trust your intuition, especially about your partnerships. But the scythe, I keep coming back to the scythe. I just don't want this eclipse to guide you in the wrong direction. So don't lock into anything today. If you do, that might create some kind of deeply intense situation that was based on a misperception, and we don't want that. The Three of Swords, though, can also imply that there is maybe this revelation that comes today is really, really necessary. I think that a lot of times when we reveal hidden truth, especially internal ones, personal ones, they can be challenging and maybe hurtful and hard to deal with, but they usually are really, really important. And they're usually really formative. And I think we're in a formative period right now. So, like I said, don't make any decisions today, but be open to receiving that kind of information, because the final card we drew was the Chariot. The Chariot is directional. The Chariot definitely shows that there's an understanding of directionality that is showing up today, meaning there's this idea that while you may not choose a direction, and probably shouldn't choose a direction today on the day of the eclipse, that what you reveal what the sun reveals in your safe space, what the light reveals when the spotlight is shown on that space, is going to help you decide which direction to head in. You don't have to head in that direction today. I wouldn't. But definitely, like I said, as this transformation happens, as we move forward, as truths are revealed, especially quick truths, as all of that happens and that transformation begins, which I'm thinking will definitely be happening in the next couple days, the Chariot here shows up to say, no matter what sorrow you go through, no matter what challenges these real revelations about relationships have bring up, whatever secrets are revealed and however quickly, they're going to help you decide on a direction to head in. They're going to set up the prospect of that directionality. And I love to see that because for me, it shows that if you can be open, if you can be accepting, but also protective for now, but be open to letting that transformation happen, the direction you end up deciding on will be the right one, as long as you let the sun be your guide. I really hope you do. I hope you stay safe and protected during this eclipse. Don't make any decisions, especially on rapid fire intuition or rapid fire intuitive messaging. Don't trust everything right away, but look at those relationships, go through what you need to go through, and then trust the direction you end up in. I'll see you next time. Okay, for those of you who chose Moonstone, I will begin your reading now. If you chose Moonstone, you are being guided to the lunar elements of this moment. You are needing the protection and the light of the moon to help you dive deep inside, keep yourself protected from the inside out, while still engaging with your beautiful, necessary intuition. If that sounds really foreign to you or like not something that you're used to doing, your choice of Moonstone shows me that your intuition is trying to tell you that you need to tap into that. Now, it is a lunar eclipse, so the light of the moon is going to be blocked out. We don't want to engage with that. This is just showing you, your intuition is just trying to tell you that there may be some part of you that is being hidden at this moment and that needs to be revealed. The light of the moon needs to shine on that part of you so that you can be protected, but yet also open to the transformations that eclipse season is bringing. So let's get started. I've chosen the Italian Oracle deck as our Oracle deck for today. We'll be choosing a pair from that to set the basis for the spread up. Then I'm using the Visconti Tarot deck to draw our tarot cards from to give us the complete picture. So as I begin, let's bring ourselves back into ourselves. Since you were drawn to Moonstone, I think the idea of your inner world is what's most important, and protecting that is the most necessary. So hopefully this Oracle pair can give us some pragmatic approach to that more deep side of ourselves, or at least this part of the journey. First card that I draw is Reunion. The other card in the pair is the Friend. The Reunion and the Friend. So obviously the most literal interpretation should come first. The idea that you will have a reunion with friends, especially one friend, that you will reunite with a friend and that friend will give you the insights that you need. It could also hint that a friend may guide you towards meeting someone else. It could also be that there is some kind of serendipitous union, serendipitous reunion that will be brought on by someone close to you, if not with that person. What I do see here, though, and I'm a little surprised too, is this idea of others really at the very start framing this entire spread for you. So when I thought about the Moonstone, when I thought about the lunar elements of this moment, I was thinking way more intuitive. And that still could be the case. But based on this oracle pair, there's at least one other person who's going to be bringing about some intense changes. If those are brought about today, I would be a little wary of them. Not that you should doubt your confidants. I think because it's the friend, I think it's definitely someone you can trust. I just think that on the day of an eclipse, I don't want to trust serendipity too much. But these cards are saying that there's something like that happening right now. So be open to that for sure. Let's get to the tarot though to really get the complete picture. Okay, so after seeing the oracle pair, as I'm shuffling, let's think if there is anyone close to us who we trust enough to maybe rely on. If not, then just think about yourself, the most reliable part of you, and start to find comfort in that by taking some deep breaths. Okay. I'll be drawing 3 cards, and the first card that I draw is Strength. The next card is the 3 of Pentacles. The final card that I draw is the Ace of Wands. Okay, so getting strength right from the start is a beautiful way to start. It shows me that you will be, or what you're definitely going to be called to be, is in control of your personal extremes, which is great. I think the strength card showing up today shows me that this is the one that you will need to protect yourself. This is what you will need to protect yourself. You will need the strength card as your guide, as your protector, certainly. Meaning the power and the security and the confidence of this card are intensely valuable right now. At the start of these new transitions, at the end of one era and the beginning of another, in the moment of transformation, the strength card showed up for you. So your intuition guided you to Moonstone, and strength has showed up here as your absolute guide and protector. So what that can mean pragmatically, what that can mean literally, is that the ability for you to control your wildest sides, to control your more primal nature, to control some of the energies that come up within us during eclipses or show up around us during eclipses, that ability to tame that side of you, not to mute it or balance it, but to understand it enough to control it, is key for you today. At this point in the transition process, on this day, the most important thing for you is strength. I think part of that strength, based on the oracle pair, is going to come from those closest to you, probably someone who is closest to you. So definitely lean on that person today and as the transitions happen. The other reason I think that is because you got the 3 of Pentacles. The 3 of Pentacles is a very collaborative card. It's showing me that right next to strength, that probably the strength is found in collaboration. Also, bringing your best self forward. Maybe people need your strength right now, your ability to control yourself. Maybe people need that. Maybe a person needs that. Regardless, I think because it's the 3 of Pentacles, there is this idea that while it could be one friend, that there's probably more than one person who either needs you or who you are involved with. Again, maybe that friend will guide you to more people, something like that. But regardless, bringing your best self to the group is key. At this point in the journey, You need strength to protect you, and then you need collaboration. The final card I drew was the Ace of Wands. So capping off a really beautiful spread. I am fascinated by this spread. I think the way it turned out is gorgeous. I think even if the light of the moon is blocked, today you are shining from the inside out. And you're doing that with the help of, or for, or in order to help others. I love that. If you don't have that in your life, definitely reach out, branch out tomorrow. Today, you don't have to branch out anywhere. Just stay balanced and protected. But definitely branch out, because the Ace of Wands showed up. And the Ace of Wands shows that if you utilize your strength, if you work in these groups, if you bring your best self to those closest to you, if you rely on a friend, a confidant, if you rely on them to guide you to serendipitous moments, reunions, offers, experiences, if you do all of those things and bring your best self forward while also controlling some of the more extreme parts of you, still engaging with them, but being able to tame them and control them, you get the Ace of Wands energy, which is vibrancy, inventiveness, creativeness. To have the Ace of Wands at the beginning of a new era, at the beginning of a new journey, is beautiful, bright, and vibrant. Your intuition guided you towards Moonstone, towards the moon, and that shows me that your deepest parts, your unconscious mind, those places within you, if you can light them up, presumably through the help of one or two or three others, if you can bring your best self to that, bring your best self to your deepest self, you get the energy of the Ace of Wands to start your next journey, to start the next phase, the next chapter. That is so beautiful. That is so exciting. And I really, really hope you do that. I hope you use that. Trust it. Today, use strength and the promise of the Ace of Wands to get you through any difficulties today. Rely on really close, trusted confidants today as well, and going forward. And trust in and bring your best self to any kind of serendipitous stuff that happens, any kind of serendipity that comes your way. So I really hope you do that. I'm so excited for you. Trust yourself. Trust your own strength. I'll see you next time. Okay, wow. After those spreads, I am confident that we will all stay protected and balanced on this eclipse. I think that we are all going to be prepared for the transformation that happens in very different ways, and we need very different things, and we have different directions, but directionality is there for us. And I think for each of these spreads, we found the protection we need and the direction we need and how to get it. So I'm really excited. This is a definite turning point right now. Today is the end of one era and the beginning of another. Over the next couple of days, we'll know more what that means for us, but I'm so excited about what's to come. And I'm so grateful to be there with you as we all keep moving forward together. Let's rely on each other. Let's rely on ourselves. Stay safe and protected today. And then when we peek out tomorrow, we can start a new journey together. I'll see you then.